can hire, retain people, and then make sure that the talent gap that you have in the company is fulfilled. In fact, I was talking to Sri this afternoon, and then he was kind of very interested. I mean, he said, why don't you send me a small note, and I want to really look at this possibility of using this in the US. So, I mean, the reason why I said how many people are using was, I mean, currently using and looking at filling their talent gap in the US would be a good pointer to see, whether there is, how we could address that. And of course, I mean, there is always this talk of the Trump effect, but then I'll leave that to Marianna to kind of, in the concluding remarks. But all the same, things are not going to change overnight. This was just brought in a few months back that the government decided to kind of increase it to the 36 months piece. So I think, a 3-year limit, like I said, and then there is this benefit of, all the STEM who do their masters, they have 20,000 visas that are available to them, the H-1B cap season, which they can apply, and then they can also use the 65,000 that is available in the general pool. So you could double dip, you can apply for the 20,000. If you don't get it, you can get into the 65,000. So there is this advantage of hiring masters STEM program holders in the US. So I thought I'll just leave those thoughts with you, and I think we're happy to take questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring the questions up from our app, and I'm going to improve. I'm going to be able to get on the Wi-Fi here. Something has been disrupted, but here we can see the results of the survey. 45% are not using the OPT program. I'm a little bit...
55.
55 no. Oh, okay, so I'm reading upside down. So 55%, even more relevant to me, that this is a very important topic here, I think, because like Shruti said, this is a golden opportunity to have the most qualified workers already in the US. You don't need to ship them over there and get an H-1B. They're already sitting, and they're on the ground. They just need to be recruited. And so maybe that is an important thing to consider in your efforts to find the right talent. Would be some effort to visit the universities or start the process of opening up communication there, and with the students, maybe talking to student organizations, foreign student organizations, and discovering where this talent is going to be found, and make yourself known to them. I think it's a great opportunity.
Yeah, adding to that, I've also found that there are people with a couple of years of experience who have come in there to do their master's. So makes it a lot more easier that you have available talent sitting right there. And this is what I was talking to Sri about, what he was saying about people supply chain management, and then connecting to, what I would call what is readily available. Instead of not creating the demand, but then the supply pushing to make the demand kind of take on those people. So, I mean, those are the few thoughts that I had. That's it.
So Marianna, what do you think the president will do about OPT and these students? Yeah. Will there be any change?
As I mentioned before, hopefully, and he promised, and you guys all seen it on here, stating, no, 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 I want those brains here.
Yes.
But will he stick to his words? We are yet to see. Unfortunately, if you ask me, and I would have a crystal ball, and let's just say I do have a crystal ball, I would say there's a possibility that there could be changes. And the changes that, I know this is a new regulation that just came into existence in March 2016. I mean, will it be immediate change? Maybe not. Can they make it more difficult and complicated, or send them back to serve their countries for 2 years and come back as J1s? Possibility. So it's hard to predict. But if it happens, it will be very unfortunate, very unreasonable, and that's what he said. He didn't stick to his words.
Excellent. I think you just said you have a crystal ball, which that's good.
I just pretended that I do have a crystal ball.
Okay.
But that would be really useful.
That's great. Okay, so is it acceptable if the practical aspect of the training is 6 months and the rest is kind of on-the-job training? Is that a feasible option? Could it be like a 6-month of some sort of intensive training?
I think the combination of of sitting, what if it meant sitting in the classroom and reading and then going applying on the job training, that's possible.
Okay. All right, well, that's our panel. Hope everybody was able to glean some good information from that. Thank you.
I have a question though, follow-up. So those who do not use the OPT, is anyone brave to say why? Is it just the company's decision, or you guys see that it's complicated, it'll cause problems, and you just don't want to deal with it?
Or you just don't know about it.
Or you just don't know about it? That would be interested to know.
I think to conclude, I would say, more like, 1 minute, ma'am, more like, to bring in awareness is one. The other is, I think we have the experts here, the attorneys, who can always help to keep your organization straight in terms of, if you have the talent that you can identify, they take care of how to bring them on, and then, do the compliance piece and all that kind of thing. So the question is that strategically, is this an important thing for your organization, is a thought that I think we should, you should take home and look at it.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
sorry,
you.
you had a question or something? Okay.
Okay, thank
Sure.
Proprietary software. Now, in such a case, there is a lot of training period involved. I mean, that's the reason why we don't take, students, because to train them, it would take time to train them, like, maybe 2 to 3 years and things like that. And so that's the reason why we don't go ahead. But having said that, of course, what you have shared is definitely interesting, and we can look for exploring this in our company also.
Excellent.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Marianna. Thank you.
Could you give the trophies for our panelists?